Hi guys, welcome to the studio. Paul Gibbs with you at NoteSpire Music, and today we are going to explore a little bit about the songwriting process. And I want to share some of the process behind a brand new song that's just come out called That's What His Heart Longed. Yes. This song, the lyrics to this song were written by my friend Cathy Anderson Jones. Now, Cathy lives with her husband in Bradford, Ohio. Cathy is a rhyme time storyteller. Love that. And also an author and a songwriter. And Cathy mostly writes the lyrics. I don't think Cathy would admit to being a great musician, although she says, now Cathy, I know I've heard you say this, so I'm going with it, correct me if I'm wrong, that Cathy hums the melody as she's writing the lyrics. But I'm going to add this part. The song, the end result, may not end up being what Cathy hummed. All right, so anyway, with all of that said, all right. So this song, again, Cathy's written hundreds, probably more than hundreds, right, Cathy, yeah, of lyrics over the years. She also writes children's stories, rhyming stories. Catch her show on NoteSpire Radio. It's 2 or 3 times a week. I don't have the times, but check our website at notespiremusic.com. Click the radio tab. It is called Beyond the Door by Cathy Anderson Jones. It's great. So Cathy posted in our Facebook group just a while ago, and that is the NoteSpire Music Artist Amplifier group on Facebook. If you haven't checked that out, please do. Go to Facebook, just search NoteSpire, you'll find it. So Cathy posted these lyrics a little while ago, maybe a month or 6 weeks ago as of this recording, for this song called That's What His Heart Longed. And she puts her lyrics out there. Just if anybody wants to put music to them and record them, feel free. Okay? So I saw these lyrics and I thought, God put something here or both. So I thought I'd give it a try. So I did. First, I want to read the lyrics to you guys. Beautiful, beautiful message. It's about a guy that's his time is just about up here on the earth, and he is getting ready to go home to be with his Lord. Listen to these lyrics. First verse. His doctors all said he didn't have long. He wanted to go with an old gospel song. They took him on home and gathered around. They all listened quietly for a soft angel sound. Now the chorus. One brought his guitar and started to sing Amazing Grace at the sound of angel wings. The others joined in with their final goodbyes. He took his last breath and flew high in the sky. Now verse 2. He found the Lord at the age of 10. He knew one day he would come for him. Just like he came for his father before, they had sung a gospel song as he passed on over. Now verse 3. All their tears fell, but the smile he left behind filled them with hope that he had reached heaven's line. He had gone home with an old gospel song. That's what he prayed for. That's what his heart longed. And the chorus one more time. One brought his guitar and started to sing Amazing Grace at the sound of angel wings. The others joined in with their final goodbyes. He took his last breath and flew high in the sky. And that is the song. That's the lyrics that Cathy wrote. Cathy, beautiful, beautiful lyrics that you put together there. And I'm honored to be able to put this to music. Now, guys, how does that work? How do you take lyrics? How do you take lyrics to a song like that, or any song, and put them to music? Well, first of all, you say a prayer. You say, Lord, okay, what do you want me to do with this? And then for me, it's just, I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. No, it's hard to explain it, but I do want to give you guys some background of how this beautiful song came about, and maybe Cathy will do a video on how she wrote the. I'm putting you on the spot, Cathy. No, you don't have to do that. It's okay. All right. So anyway, I have got the piano here. Let's get some volume there for you. And sorry I can't show you the whole scene here, but the keyboard is right here. So first of all, I decided that it would be a 50s doo-wop sound. So, no, really, I did. So here's what I started with, okay, like this. And I thought that would be really cool. That would be really cool. His doctors all. Here's the first verse, lyrics again, because we're going to start with the first verse. Sometimes we start with chorus. Sometimes we start with verse. His doctors all said he didn't have long. He wanted to go with an old gospel song. They took him on home and gathered around. They all listened quietly for a soft angel sound. And I tried to make that work. Okay, seriously. I tried to make that work with this. Now, when I put lyrics and music together, there's a rhythm. There's a rhythm to all lyrics, and you have to kind of adhere to that rhythm, or at least identify it. Okay, for example, his doctors all said he didn't have long. He wanted to go with an old gospel song. When you say those words, you don't say, his doctors all said he didn't have long. You don't. There's a natural way to say it, and then there's a way to say it. In other words, if you were saying that to someone, listen to the accent. The emphasis is on certain words within that line. His doctors all said he didn't have long. Doctors said didn't long. You may not emphasize that too much, but that's a natural way. His doctors all said he didn't have long. He wanted to go with an old gospel song. There's certain emphasis. Now, you could do it like the other. His doctors said he didn't have long. That doesn't feel right. No, that's not going to work. So, but as I tried to get that rhythm, his doctors said didn't have long. He wanted to go with an old gospel song. Now that would work. I could have forced that to work. Because here's the next two lines. They took him on home and gathered around. They all listened quietly. Whoops, that doesn't fit. For a soft angel sound. Anyway, that could have worked. But the Lord intervened. And the Lord said to me, Paul, it's good, but not for this song. Not for this song. Cathy, I know you're watching this, and you're saying, oh, thank you, Lord. See, I also know that Cathy, as a songwriter, as a lyric writer, I'm pretty sure the country, the kind of a country background, a country feel, country flavor, country genre is what she really goes for. And although I love that doo-wop style, and I have done songs in that style and will again, but not for this song. Not for this song. So the the Lord said, "Nope, put that on the shelf, Paul. Put that on the back burner. Let's start over again. We'll keep that same key, guys. We're going to be in the key of G. So now where do we go? Okay, we're going to do kind of a country style. Now, I could pick up the guitar, and I did pick up the guitar for this one, guys, and because I want you guys to hear what I'm doing. I'm going to use the piano. So once again, his doctors all said he didn't have long. Now, what I wanted to do is emphasize a pause there. So we're going to start with that G chord. We could start with a C. Doctors all said he didn't have long. Okay, but I thought I would start instead of the C or the G chord. And of course, now the G. I'm going to talk about the root chord, the one chord. In this case, that is the G, because that's the key that we're in. Now, I also want, as I said, I wanted to emphasize, give a little effect. Now, think of those words. His doctors all said. Ooh. Now, guys, if we stopped right there, his doctors all said. We could stop right there, couldn't we? Yeah. Because we don't know what the doctors said, but that tells a huge story. His doctor, Cathy, I think you were probably thinking that I'm going to talk to Cathy through the whole thing. She's like my partner here, so it's going to be a one-sided conversation. But I know, Cathy, your head's going to be going up and down. And okay. So, guys, listen, but that's great songwriting. His doctors all said. What did they say? Well, of course we want to know what they said, but it sets the stage for this whole song. Love it. Love it. And you'll note that Cathy didn't say the doctors all said. She also didn't say the doctor said. It drives the point really home and makes it huge by saying his doctors, and doctors, not doctor, more than one. That puts a real finality to it, doesn't it? Wow. His doctors all said. Now, we need to put a pause in there to just for a little bit of effect, just for a split second, to let the listener consider what was just said. And to top it all off, I'm going to keep that his doctors all said. I could go like this. This is the melody. His doctors all said. Doctors all said. So I could go with the C chord. His doctors all said he didn't have long. See, put the pause in there. But I'm going to go one step further. Instead of the C chord, I'm going to do the A minor. His doctors all said, A minor 7th actually, and then resolve it to the C. Make it a little bit bigger, but that gives us that suspense. Not suspense. That I don't know. Effect. There's a word there. His doctors all said, and then go to the C. He didn't have long. And that sets that whole line really sets the stage for this song. Then we're going to come back and do the A minor again. He wanted to go back up to the C chord with an old gospel song. Now, on the end of that line, we're going to go up, old gospel song, because that going up like that lets us know that there is more coming. There's more coming. We're not done with that. At that line, we're not done. But if we go back, the first line, doctors all said. Now we're going to go down. He didn't have long. Coming down on that note, again, emphasizes that finality. This guy doesn't have long. So now let me give you that. I'm not going to make this video like the whole song. Okay, guys, so if you're wondering, I know you can look at the YouTube thing and see how long this is. I know we're already 17 minutes into the video. We're going to do the verse and the chorus in this session. And then I think what I might do is do another one and let you guys hear. Well, you can already go online and hear the whole song. So why would I do that? Anyway, we'll just do a verse and the chorus just to give you the... and then I'll actually play for you right now a little bit of the, before we get done with this video, I'll play you the first verse and chorus of the song, give you a little preview. Okay, so we're going to come up to that A minor chord. As doctors all said, C chord, he didn't have long. We're going to get a little beat. He wanted to go with an old gospel song. Now we're going to go up to C again, I think. They took him on home and gathered around. Let's do a minor chord right there because we want to get back to this. I can't think of the words. It's not suspense. That's not the right word. Suspense. Seriousness. A seriousness to this whole thing. So they C chord took him on home and gathered around. That's an E minor chord. Now we'll go back to the C. All listen quietly. Go to the D chord there. For a soft angel sound. Okay, there's the verse. We resolve the verse to the end, nice and peaceful. A nice peaceful ending to the verse with that soft angel sound, and we've come back, soft angel sound, back to the G chord. Okay, now when we go to the chorus, there's songs are done in many different ways when you go from the verse to the chorus. Sometimes you stay with the root chord. And now here's the lyrics. One brought his guitar. Now, Cathy didn't say one guy brought his guitar. I'm not sure why she left out one. She didn't say one man brought his guitar. One guy brought his guitar. Cathy, you can fill me in on that later. But here's what she said. One brought his guitar. So she is indicating that it's a guy. So maybe, Cathy, it was just for space. I'm not sure. But I like it. I like it because it fits. It fits the rhythm of the song. One brought his guitar and started to sing Amazing Grace as they... Now, I had to change this, and Cathy, you probably knew it is. Cathy wrote it this way. One brought his guitar and started to sing Amazing Grace at the sound of angel wings. Now, that... as I was coming up with the rhythm of the music and the words, that didn't fit. So I had to change it to make it a little smoother. So here's what I did. One brought his guitar and started to sing Amazing Grace as they heard angel wings. That gives us four beats, if you will, four emphases things or whatever you call them in that. Then the third line, the others joined in with their final goodbyes. He took his last breath and flew high in the sky. Great writing there, Cathy. Okay, so instead of saying on the G chord, let's do that last line of the verse. They all listened quietly for a soft angel sound. Now we could stay in the G. One brought his guitar and started to sing. We could do something like that, and that wouldn't be wrong. But I wanted to emphasize the difference between the verse and the chorus kind of just to emphasize that we are going to the chorus. And again, it was just my personal preference. So I decided to go up to the C chord. One brought his guitar and started to sing. Just go simple, back to the G, go up to the C again. Amazing grace, as repeating the same music, same notes. Amazing grace, as they heard angel wings. Those two lines are almost exactly the same. Well, they are exactly the same. Now we're going to go up to the C again. I just want to be consistent throughout the chorus. Go back up to the C again. The others joined in with their final goodbyes. And now, same chord, but the melody, the note's going to go down. Took his last breath, go up to the D, and flew high in the sky. Okay? Let me sing that chorus for you one more time. Here's the original way I had done it. One brought his guitar and started to sing. Let's put a little rhythm, give you the country feel. Amazing grace, as they heard angel wings. Third line, the others joined in, go up there a little bit, at their final goodbyes. He took, forget the rhythm, he took his last breath and flew high in the sky. I thought we got a little pause there. He took his last breath and flew high in the sky. And there's the chorus. There's the chorus. Now, I made one change to that third line, and it really emphasizes the word goodbyes. Okay, here's how I had done it the first time. The others joined in with their final goodbyes. Now, how about this? As I was singing the scratch vocal, in other words, the first version of the melody, just to kind of help build the song, I thought, how about this? The others joined in with their final goodbyes. He took his last breath and flew high in the sky. What do you think? I liked it, and I added some harmonies to that. I'll do it again. The others joined in with their final goodbyes. Keep going down, and then the bass. He took his last breath and flew high in the sky. You can't make that break after breath. It shouldn't do that. It just has to hold. He took his last breath and flew high in the sky. So there is the verse and the chorus. I don't want to keep you. I know we're almost a half hour here, but I hope you guys have enjoyed this. If you got any questions, please leave me a comment. Say, how do you do this, Paul? How'd you do that? How'd you do this? And I would love to hear from you. You can follow us, NoteSpire, on Facebook and Instagram. Just search NoteSpire. There's pages for NoteSpire Music and also for NoteSpire Radio. And then if you're watching this on YouTube, just leave a comment there or a like or whatever. So that's how this song, that's how I started building it. And I'm going to play you a little bit of the first verse and chorus here before we go. NoteSpire Music exists to help you do what God has called you to do. It doesn't have to be me personally, but I tell you, I love collaborating with people. I've written songs with Ted Brennan. I've written songs, by my, completely solo efforts, and also done cover songs as well. But I'm sitting in this studio in York, Pennsylvania, that exists to, for you. So if you're an artist and you've got some music you'd like to have me take a listen to, want to collaborate with me or someone else, again, I'm going to come back to that Artist Amplifier group on Facebook. That's a place where artists maybe like you can get together, share some lyrics, share a song, ask a question, answer a question, get some encouragement. Don't we all need that? Yeah, okay, myself included. Or give some encouragement. That's a good thing too. Sometimes that's even better. Yeah, well, or whatever. Anyway, you know what I was going to... I don't want to leave before I mention this. When I was thinking about this song and thinking about doing this video, there's a lot of for you musicians out there, there's a lot of triplet figures in this song, triplet rhythms. So his doctors, let's do the beat. His doctors all said he didn't have long. He wanted to go with an old gospel song. You didn't notice that, did you? They took him on home, gathered around, all listened quiet. For a soft angel sound. Country music, and I didn't do this intentionally, but gospel country music very often is full of triplet rhythms. But guys, if you want to do, in my opinion, the song that has the most triplet rhythm in it is by the Four Seasons, a song called Dawn. Remember that? Dawn, go away, I'm no good for you. I got you curious now, don't you? Listen to that song. Count up how many triplet figures are in that song and leave me a comment. I want to see. But anyway, this song here is full of them as well. It doesn't matter. It's not right or wrong. It just is, and it just came to the top of my mind, so I thought I'd share that with you. So this song is, again, it's called That's What His Heart Longed. Cathy Anderson Jones wrote the lyrics. I had the honor and pleasure of putting those lyrics to music and recording it. And as we leave, I'm just going to play the song here, guys. I want to remind you, please do take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Don't forget NoteSpire Radio at notespireradio.com. And what else I want to tell you about? The Just Got Music Hour, of course, still on there. Comes on every Friday, every single week. So follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and all of that stuff there. And, we got a new website for NoteSpire, for the radio page, for NoteSpire Radio. You guys are confused on that, aren't you? NoteSpire Music has a radio tab. Yeah. NoteSpire Radio also has its own. It's all one. Okay, so either one's going to get you there. But the radio has a new kind of a website. You can request music there. You can submit your music there. It's got an expanded part for all the shows that we do on the station. It's great. So check that out. All right. I just said it. Come say it again. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. I will see you next time. And here is a little part of the song.
His doctors all said he didn't have long. He wanted to go with an old gospel song. They took him on home and gathered around. They all listened quietly for a soft angel sound. One brought his guitar and they started to sing. Amazing grace, as they heard angel wings, the others joined in with their final goodbyes. He took his last breath and flew high in the sky.
I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
He found a